Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started. I promised you our network, uncut, unedited, and raw. I am going to talk a lot of numbers tonight. I'm going to just really drill down, and I'm going to speak a lot of truth tonight. I want people to know what this is, what it takes to be successful in this. I want people to know the hard truth. And I'm very excited about this call. I've been thinking about it all week. And, I usually put a lot of time and preparation into what I present. I think I put a little extra into this one because I think that we are in front of something so revolutionary and so exciting. It's hard to stay. It's really hard to sleep at night, to be honest with you. And I see people posting their checks and not the amounts, which is perfect. I see people posting their savings, and I see that this is the very beginning of this. And so it is so wonderful, and it's such an honor to be a part of this team and to be able to share this with everybody. One thing I want to talk about a lot is positive mind, positive attitude, positive vibes. I've got a small clip here. I like doing this, sharing these short clips, but they have a lot of meaning, and there's nothing not to be positive about with this opportunity. It is so amazing what we've got in front of us. And again, as we go through this presentation tonight, I want to show you a couple different ways to look at it, really. I've had a lot of questions lately. If I don't have as many discounts in this area as that one, or I'm waiting for merchants here and I'm waiting for merchants there, you know what? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it, and I will show you why. You have nothing to worry about. We are, again, in front of something amazing, and I want to teach every single person on this call, every single person listening to this call afterwards, how to look correctly at our network and what we truly have. So let's go ahead and start with this clip.
Is that you? Come on down, Jim Bob. Praise be. Hallelujah. God bless. Amen. Praise the Lord. Be saved. Lord Jim Bob, welcome. God bless you. Jim Bob, how long have you had these headaches?
About 5-10 minutes.
God help him. And how do you feel now?
Well, it's a throbbing.
Well, God bless you. A throbbing headache comes right up through your heels, up through the hip bone, the knee bone, up the spine, up through your back, through your head, like Satan was belching through you. Is that it?
Exactly.
Do you believe?
I believe.
He believes. Hallelujah. Amen. God bless. Amen. Hallelujah. Rid this man of these headache demons, of these migraine demons. Heal this man. Amen. Heal. Hallelujah. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. How do you feel, son?
My headache is gone, but...
God bless him. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No.
Good. God bless you. Praise be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Okay, so that was kind of fun. The point we're making there, he puts his hand on the gentleman's head and it says, demons out. I want everybody to cast your demons out, so to speak. Get rid of the doubt. Get rid of the anguish. Get rid of the frustration and look at what our network is. I have had people call me. I have had people email, text, message, you, whatever. I've been in this business for 30 years, John. I've never seen anything like this. I've been in this business for 40 years. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Every single day, I receive message after message after message because of these 5 gentlemen, what they have put together. And if you look at these 5 gentlemen and see who they are, Richard Smith being the visionary, Roger and Trent being on the tech side, Kevin helping on the tech side, but a lot on the marketing side. Troy on the business development side. These gentlemen have decades of experience. They've had success. They breed success. Success is earned. Success is learned. And if we have, per se, the demons and we have the doubts, we're going to stop ourselves from finding the success. We cannot do that. Not with this opportunity. It's too big. It's too massive for us to mess it up for ourselves or anyone else. Let's talk about one of the partners. Let's talk a little bit about Trent Walker and his background. We see every day, again, I get a lot of positives. Sometimes I get a little bit of negative. Oh, this system's not working fast enough, or this isn't happening quick enough, and things of that sort. I don't know if everybody saw my post about a week ago of everything that they've done in the past 6 weeks. There were 17 different bullet points. Name another company that has surpassed that in 6 weeks. You can't. I can't. I certainly cannot. These guys have been phenomenal, and it's getting better and better and better. And at the very beginning of this, we've got hundreds of members already posting testimonials of how much money they're saving. In the infancy stages, we've got that. Thank you, Trent. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Troy, Kevin, all of you, Roger, all of you. Trent, founder and CEO of NetChain 2. 15 years of multifaceted experience from startup to operational skill in finance and fintech. It's his team, it's these creators putting this together for us. Has over a decade of payments and finance industry experience, expertise working with many of the world's leading corporations, including Google. As a former senior leader in Google's global financial operation. I was told the other day, now at this point, they've written over 190,000 lines of code in just 6 or 7 weeks. This thing is bordering on AI. The processing, that's being improved. Everything's being improved. Everything's being worked on every single day. We saw where this was 6 weeks ago. We see where it is right now. You don't recognize it. You don't recognize it. It has gotten so much better so fast. How many of you have been in a startup network marketing company and have been paid the first 5-6 weeks into it? How many have seen this type of growth? Our team as of today is just under 3,600 members. Give yourself all a pat on the back. Just below 3,600 members already, just coming out of soft launch. So that's just our team. That's not the company. That's just us. And we're just getting started. What I want to invite everyone to do, prospect, member alike, visit us on Facebook, visit my team page, visit our network, corporate, our world, and the savings page. Look at all the testimonials from real life members, not just myself, but many, many different members in their posting and excited about the discounts. And you know what I'm really excited about? I'm really excited about this next thing. Coming soon to an R network near you. Yes, you're reading this correctly. R network charter members will receive major discounts on the purchase of their new automobiles. Coming soon. Coming really soon. I'm not allowed to say, I can't give timelines. I will allow corporate to do that. Major discounts. I know what the discounts are. I am not able to say what they are, but they're significant. Starts in the US and Canada and may end up in several other places as well. We're going to let corporate talk about that. We all heard what they talked about at the pre-launch event and how they're expanding and they're looking for international this and international that through Jeff Romney and his group. That's about all I'm going to say about the automobiles right now. But you think that this is going to be a game changer when we can post, oh, thank you, R network. I just saved $5,000 on the purchase of my car. Thank you, R network. I just saved $6,000, $7,000, $2,000, $4,000, $8,000, whatever it may be on the purchase of my new car. Thank you, R network. Oh, and by the way, since I saved so much money, I decided I'm going to go take a discounted vacation and stay in a discounted hotel. That's what I'm going to do with my savings. See how amazing this is getting? This is just one of the next things rolling out. This is one of the discounts coming. If I did the math on this, and I did, I'm a number geek, $5,000 on the purchase of my new car. It would take me 10 years, almost 11 years, 10.96 years to be exact. $38 out of P, $38 for almost 11 years to make up the difference in that savings on one purchase. How many of you listening to this call will be purchasing an automobile in the next few years? How often do you buy a car? Do you buy a car for your family members? I mean, it's like sons, daughters. Do they save up and buy a car? Would you like this discount as a charter member? I certainly would. In fact, I already have a car in mind. I've already got it picked out. I'm really excited about it. I am so excited about this company. It's contagious. My family actually is so funny because of network marketing. Family never wants to talk to you. They always want to talk to me. John, what's going on now with our network? They're so excited about it. So excited about it. This is one of many things coming out. Oh, and by the way, almost here, Bitcoin. We will be able to start accepting Bitcoin. All of our friends overseas and anywhere, if they're having issues with this or that or this card or that card, Bitcoin is coming soon, soon. Be able to start accepting Bitcoin payments. Become our network members. We don't want to leave anybody out. So the auto is coming, the Bitcoin. We already have the portal. You type in your zip code. You all know what the portal does. And if you don't, if you're listening for the first time, get with the person who sent you here and ask that person what the portal does. Ask that person what else they can do with local merchants. Let's talk about from the portal to the Revv Card. Right now we have the foundation. The foundation, what is a foundation? It's a bare minimum. Bare minimum. All those hundreds of testimonials we're seeing pop up online about the savings is the bare minimum. Wait till the cars roll in. Wait until the bank rolls in. Wait until additional discounts come in. Wait until the local merchants come in that we have the opportunity to sign up with training from corporate, from the trainers, myself, all the stuff we're going to hand to you and say, hey, here's a PDF, here's a video, go get your favorite merchant to sign up. I did a training last week. I talked about what makes us so special and so unique for the local merchants, because we have the ability to sign them up, but we also need to sign them up. We need to show that we're saving locally. So we have just as much incentive as the merchants have. We need to sign them up just as much as they need us. They want word of mouth. They want it. They need it. I met with so many small companies when I was doing my consulting, and one of the biggest concerns is, gosh, I want to grow my business, but I don't have much of a marketing budget. How do I grow with word of mouth? I can't tell you how many times I heard that question. How can I grow my business with word of mouth or a very low marketing budget? John, I can't compete with the guy down the street. I don't have $50,000 a month to compete with the big stores. I don't have it. Guess what? They won't need it. We can help just as much as we want to help our members. We want to help our local business people, because it's a struggle. It's hard. It's hard to be self-employed. We can go and help their business, and they will turn around and help us, because they will give us another local testimonial, one company right after another. And believe me, these guys talk to each other all the time. All the time. Gentleman A speaks with gentleman B. They're right next to each other. They're 2 doors down. They're 3 doors down. Local business owners. Oh my goodness, you would never believe what happened. Someone from our network came in here and they're actually sending people. This is great. Watch how quickly we grow these local markets while corporate's already piling more discounts on top. That's what's happening. That's why I say foundation, more discounts coming. Local merchants, more discounts. The bank's coming, more discounts. Revv Card, let's talk about the Revv Card a little bit. I had a nice conversation at corporate the other day. When the Revv Card comes, remember the video, remember that video. What did it say? It said, no need to look up all of these offers. It will recognize those. That's coming with the card. Right now, we've got the foundation, we've got the portal, we've got the points. The points roll over. We know all this. We've got the travel. If you find a cheaper deal, we have a travel guarantee. Fill it out. get the lower rate. Don't worry about it. Fill it out, get the lower rate. We're adding vacation home rentals. We're adding more stores. We're adding more dining of the automobiles, entertainment, local merchants, big chains, exclusives. More and more coming all the time. And we're already excited. This is what's really great. Let's talk about these exclusives. When the Revv card comes, we've got exclusives coming. I'm not at liberty to say who they are on this call. I'll let corporate announce that. But again, we're starting with the foundation, the bare minimum. When that card is out, and it's coming out, 6-7 months, that's not that far away. We are going to see some awesome exclusives. We're going to see those point of purchase savings that we've been talking about. And so I hear whispers every once in a while, and I think to myself, my goodness, somebody's missing something. They're not seeing something. I have 7 months to get as many charter members as I can, and I'm going to show you why it's important not to sit on this, not to wait. Because I would immediately start earning on all of my member swipes as soon as the card becomes available if I become a charter member now. Why in the world am I waiting? I want to show every single person tonight why it is a major mistake to wait. How much commission will you be losing if you wait? Where will you be in January if you start now? Well, let me show you. 10 of the pen before the bank comes out. We know you can invest in the bank. How many customers do you think this bank will have? How valuable do you think this bank may become? I'm not going to get into it. I'll let corporate get into all what that matters, what it's all about, all the details. But you can't be a charter member, you can't invest in it without having 10 in the pen. There's one major reason to have 10 in the pen. Would you like to own part of the banks? Part of what we're doing? Would you like to be a part owner of that? I certainly want to be. I've got my 10. Now I need to help you get yours, and then help your person get theirs and get theirs and get theirs all the way down line. That is a major, major opportunity right there. That's one reason. Only one of many. Numbers don't lie. For $266, what's $266? It's 38 times 7. That's 7 months between now and January. Well, now I guess June, July is about mid-year, almost 6 months. 6.5, whatever. Do the math. About $266. Is it worth losing an opportunity to save and earn more? If you use the product and you save more than you're paying, you're not even losing $266. There's nothing. There's nothing to lose. And so the risk becomes minimum to none. You're out of the country. Don't worry if you don't have the local deals yet. Do not worry. And when you see the following slides, you will know why. You have nothing to worry about. And you should still be super excited about this and what we're doing. But right now, use a portal, prove your savings. Go on a trip and think about it. If you're out of the country, gosh, I don't have a lot of local stuff yet. Go take a trip for 3 days and think about it. And oh, by the way, use your discounts to think about it. Go save 6 months of your membership fee in 3 days. Go do that. Take a little break. In 7 months, you could have 2,187 members if you just did by 3 by 3 by 3. You took 3 members, they got 3, in 7 months, you can have 2,187 members. But you know what? We're not all going to do that, and that's fine. Because I'm going to show you, if you have your 10 in the pen by January, what can happen. And believe you me, it can happen. Every single person on this call, it can happen. 10 in the pen by January. Why? Because on top of the vacations, on top of the bank, on top of the automobiles, on top of everything in your portal, everything else that will be added between here and January, on top of all of that, on top of the fact that in January, you will already have members out there approaching local businesses, friends, prospects, both on the charter member and retail customer side, with the card in their hand to show them. Why in the world would I wait? I want as many people holding that card on January 6th as possible. Why? We'll get into that in a second. Before we get into that, let's talk about something. I hear this all the time. John, I would love to be self-employed like you. I would love to have that freedom. I would love it. Here's my question to you. So you want to be self-employed, huh? You really do? Prove it. Prove it. Do you have what it takes to be self-employed? Is self-employed sitting on your hands and waiting for other people to build for you? Is self-employed not answering the phone when someone that you personally sponsored calls you? Is self-employed not getting back? Here's my message to you. If you sign someone up and you do not plan on helping that individual by answering their questions and supporting them and training the person that you signed up, then you should not sign up in the first place. Raw, uncut, unedited, the hard truth. If you refuse to help your directs, do not join yourself. That's not what rNetwork is. rNetwork is helping, it's teaching, it's training, it's learning to be self-employed. Self-employed people work probably much harder than 9 to 5. And I'm not saying that they're better or anything like that, but a lot comes with it. You wear a lot of hats. You've got to be self-motivated. Self-employed is self-motivated. It's self-driven. You have to do everything yourself. That's what self-employed is. If you want to be self-employed, prove it. But here's the beautiful thing about it. We've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and we will continue to do so. But prove it to yourself, prove it to me, prove it to corporate, prove it to your downline. Prove you want to be self-employed. Earn it. And here's the beauty. Here is what is so exciting. Do you think that the average person swiping the Revv card will be able to get just 3 people interested in becoming either a customer or a charter member within 30 days? Just by using the Revv card, showing it off along with their savings. Now think about this. If you introduce someone to the Revv card and they come in as a customer, you receive $25. Then you receive 10 basis points on their swipes. All the customers are going to know this. They're going to know they're going to receive $25. They're going to know they're going to receive 10 basis points. They're going to have incentive to show people this thing that they may show people anyway because it's so flippin' cool. Do you think that the average person will be able to get 3 people interested, whether it's a charter member or not, just as a customer, just by using the Revv card? So don't be behind the 8 ball. Be out in front of this revolutionary Revv card, and here's the numbers, okay? So here's a golden question. What are you waiting for and why? You could lose prospects, you could lose businesses, you can lose opportunities, you can lose commissions, all for $266, really? Spend the $266 over 7 months, go take 1 vacation, go take 1 trip. You've earned it, you spent $266. Go save money on your portal, you know? Get a car or whatever when those roll out, whatever. Just go save it somewhere and show people how it's done. But here's what I'm really excited about. The slide of the night. Question number 2. When a person uses the card, do you think he or she will get at least 3 people? Like I said, okay. January 2020 comes around. If I started with 10 in the pen, oh, I was a founding member because I got 10 in the pen, so I was able to participate in the bank. I was able to save money. I was able to show some savings, but I got my 10 in the pen. How fast, and I want you guys to really honestly ask yourselves this question, how fast will this go viral? Do you want to start with 0 people in January, or 1 or 2 people in January? Or do you want to start with 10 or more? I will tell you a true story. This actually happened to me yesterday. I've got children, like many of us. I said, okay, I'm not going to tell my daughter who's married and moved out, I'm not going to tell her about this until I start my marketing, because I'm going to market, and I'm going to put her underneath somewhere, and I'm just going to spill on her head because it's my daughter. I'm going to help her out with my marketing. And that's great, and that's wonderful. So she came to me yesterday. A true story is, and I got permission to share this story. It's so crazy. She came up to me and said, Dad, you would never believe what RJ just did. I said, what? He said, he signed up for a network marketing company. He hates network marketing. I said, oh, really? Which one? And he looked at me and he said, have you ever heard of rNetwork? He looked at me, John Johnson. Have you ever heard of rNetwork? My face is everywhere on rNetwork. I'm thinking, how can you have signed up for rNetwork and not known I was part of it? I didn't ask. I didn't say anything. I was waiting. I lost my own son-in-law, for crying out loud. Good thing he said something or I would have lost my daughter. I said, Madison, all right, who did you sign up under? And he told me, and I said, ooh, okay, they're not on my team, but that's fine. I said, but here's my plan for you, Madison. This is what I want to do. I said, sorry, RJ, you can't sign your wife up. I'm going to sign her up because I've got some marketing stuff I want to do with her, for her, you know. But I lost my own son-in-law because I waited. How many of us are going to lose people? You know how fast this is getting around already? Wait till the card comes out. Do you really want to be behind the 8 ball? Somebody said, I read a question today. It said, hey, John, what angle can I take if we don't get a lot of local offers? Well, here it is right here. The angle is positioning yourself with a team come January 6th. Because how fast, when people pull that card out of their pocket and they swipe that sucker and somebody sees it behind them, in front of them, the person they're shopping, you know, showing it to, how many family members are going to show that card to, especially if they're getting 25 bucks just for a customer. Why is that so important? It's going to be easy to get customers. It's easier to get customers than charter members. Now, I can tell you right now, charter members will have more discounts. They'll have other things that customers can't get, but customers will still have a lot of incentive to sign up and become customers. They're still going to get some discounts. They're going to get a lot of discounts. It's going to be great to be a customer. But they get $25 for showing that card off, which they'll probably do anyway. So if you have 10 charter members, you took advantage, you saw the whole vision of this thing. They got 3 people within 30 days. Because again, now they have the card. It's going to be a lot easier now, right? And people, that's the excuse they want to say, oh, well, John, it'll be easier when the card comes out. You bet your bottom dollar it'll be easier. So why not have a lot of people come January 6th because it'll be easier for them too. Your team will grow exponentially faster. Why would I want to start with 0 when this thing's going to go viral so fast? I want to start with a minimum of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but let's say 10. They get 3 people in their first 30 days because you're showing the card off. Now you have 30 people. Those 30 people do the same thing. They show the card off. Whether they're customers or charter members, it doesn't matter. Because if you get 10 in the pen, you still get paid on those customers too. Correct? You do. If you know the compensation plan, you do. If you don't know the compensation plan, learn it from the person who sent you, because I'm not going to go through the whole compensation plan tonight. Learn it from the person who sent you. They sent you, they should know it, they should learn it. If they don't know it, shame on them, they should learn it. And then they should share it with you. Or be on the call Thursday when we talk about the compensation plan more. But those 30 people get 3 people because they're showing off the shiny new card and they want that 25 bucks, they'll get 75 bucks. I used to refer people to DirecTV just because I wanted the $100 off, you know? And DirecTV is cool, but it's not as cool as this card, at least not in my opinion. You think they'll get 3 people? Then you're up to 90 at month 2. Month 3, if you started with 10 people, month 3, you're at 270 people. Then all the way down, 10 months, just following that same trajectory, all the way down. 3 people get 3 because now they have this shiny card to show off. 10 months, you would have 885,000 charter members and customers combined. Is that worth starting with 10? Or do you want to start with 0 and try to get your first 10 people? And guess what happens in January? You have to get 10 customers to become a charter member. Then they have to get 10 customers to get a charter member. Then they have to get 10 customers to become a charter member. It's not worth waiting. $266 over 7 months is not worth it. Do you really want to have to get 10 charter or customers first? Or do you want to have charter members lined up to get 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 after they have the shiny new toy? 10 members, 10 in the pen, this is what could happen. And I do believe this is realistic. In my humble opinion, it is, because now they have that card to show off. Who's not going to get 3 people with that card? Who? Even if they're customers, so what? So what? They make 75 bucks for those 3 people and 10 basis points every time they swipe. You better believe they're going to be showing that thing off. And who's going to say, no, I don't want one of those? That looks stupid. They're going to say, wow, what if I start out with 20 people in January? 20 people. After 10 months of 20, they get 3, they get 3, they get 3. Again, with the card, it's going to be a lot easier to get 3. You would have 1.181 million people in your organization, whether they're charter members or customers. If they did 3 by 3, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, again, with the actual item. What did you sign up for? Did you sign up for the portal or did you sign up for the card? Where's the vision? Are you thinking about, oh, crud, it took me an extra 20 minutes or I couldn't pay yesterday because of this or that? You know, all that's being ironed out, all that's being fixed, and a lot of it's working great. There's been a couple of hiccups, and that's fine. We're in a startup. Who cares? That should be expected. Every startup. Look how fast they've turned around and fixed so many things. And they're just continuing because they have tech guys that actually know what the heck they're doing. And they're coming up with a product that is phenomenal, something we've never seen before. What if I had 20 people in January? Or what if I waited? Remember, I think we forget that. If I wait, I have to go get 10 customers just to become a charter member. I'm behind the 8 ball. Once that card starts swiping, watch that sucker go viral in a matter of months, not years. Do I really want to start behind at the back of the line? Or do I want to start with becoming a founding member? Where do I want to start in January? That's what you've got to ask yourselves. Am I drilling enough? Am I really, really hammering this point home? I hope so, because it needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. People need to understand everything in this and not let one little thing, snag you or get you frustrated. That's what self-employed is. It's self-determination. It's basically, you got to look at yourself. You got to look at your inner self and say, hey, do I have what it takes? I think I do. Okay, prove it. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to us. Many of you do have what it takes. Here's another question. I don't think a lot of people think about this question. Does your decision help our network or our network team grow? What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? If corporate is not successful, none of us will be successful. If we go back to our teams and we say, you know what, just pay 1 month and sit on it and don't make another payment to January, how much money will corporate make? How are they going to pay for all the technology? How are they going to finance everything? We help them just as much as they help us. Do we want those commissions on those swipes? Do we want the commissions now? Do we want this? How bad do we want a real opportunity? So how does our decision affect the way that the company grows or does not grow? Without us, we can't have them. Without them, they can't have us. This is a total team effort. We need to grow our network. We need to grow corporate because then they can finance this and finance that and grow and do this and develop that. They've got to pay for their stuff too. Our overhead's $38 a month. Theirs is a lot higher than that. We want to encourage our teams to look at the full picture and come look at the card and what's going to happen in January. That's where our focus needs to be. That's where our eyes should be centered, just staring at that. Nothing else matters. And it does, but it doesn't. And we can grow our teams and grow our teams and grow our teams in between now and then. We can do that. It is so exciting. So 6,000, why is that number 6,000 so important? John, why in the world did you write 6,000 down here? I've told my team many, many times, I'm going to start doing a lot of marketing for this team. I'm going to share what I do for marketing with this team. I'm going to share the videos. I'm going to share the content. I'm going to test which videos are working versus which videos are not. I will only share the videos that are working, of course. I will only share the content that's working, of course. We're at about 3,600 members, right around there. Already in a month, about 5-6 weeks or whatever it's been. 3,600, we're over halfway there. We'll probably be there sometime, let's say mid to the end of July. 6,000 members, why is that so important? So that I can brand for you. That's why it's so important. At 6,000 members, I can pay for the marketing I want to do for this team. It's not inexpensive, okay? It's not free. The guys I have are phenomenal. They're really super, super nice guys, really cool, really fun, but they're not free. 6,000 members, we can turn it on, and I can share it with this team. And that's what I've committed to do. I've said it many times, and it's going to happen because I'll get to 6,000. Believe me, I'll get there. And I'm going to get there with or without you. I want you to be involved in this. I want you to be able to take part. I want to be able to brand all over online. And I want to start in July because that'll give me 6 months to get to be #1 on Google by January. What's going to happen to this team if everybody who looks at Revv Card or Smart Card or discount shopping or discount travel and all that, I have 6 months with a phenomenal marketing team to rank us on Google before the card comes out? Where will we be in January if we get started now? Where will we be? We will be a force to be reckoned with. That's who we will be, because every time they search any of those things, we can be right up there, right up there. It takes months to rank. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So if we can start the branding process now, we can get up to that awesome 6,000 number and work with the most awarded digital agency in the country, then we're going to be in a great place. And how cool is it? Have you ever had anyone on your team, sideline, downline, upline, say, you know what? I will pay for marketing. I will use a award-winning digital agency, continually recognized as the best and most creative digital marketing agency, has won so many flipping awards, it's not even funny, to do all of our marketing top shelf, and then turn around and share it with you. The videos, the content, the commercials, everything. Our trainings will start becoming professional marketing trainings and not just a little bit of information and an announcement here and there. Those trainings will start when the marketing starts. Every single person on this team will have access to everything created through this agency, through what I do. Everybody on this team. That's my promise to you. That's where I see this going. I'm going to have a heck of a lot more 10 in the pen by January 6th. We need to scrape, we need to scratch, we need to claw, we need to do everything we can to get to become founding members and help those below us get to become founding members as much as we can. Training, developing, but they've got to see the vision of it. You know, they've got to see the vision of it. Again, where do you want to be on January 6th when this thing starts going viral like crazy? If anybody on this call doubts the card will be viral, probably shouldn't be on this call. If anybody on this call believes that this card will go viral, then you should be busting your hump to get as many people in front of that growth as possible, because you want as many foot soldiers as you could possibly have swiping that card and showing it off come January 6th. As many as you can possibly have. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to be a master builder. You don't have to be a phenomenal marketer. If you have 5 people, 10 people, 15 people, not thousands, come January 6th, and each of them get 3, and they get 3, and they get 3, because the card's going to sell itself. We all know it. We all know it. If you only start out as a founding member, which is really cool, but only 10 by January, who cares? So what? You'll make that, you know how fast you'll make that $266 back? First of all, you'll make money on all their swipes every month. Those 10 people, every time they start the card, you're going to make money. And then their customers, their charter members, all that, because guess what? You'll have 10 in the pen. Get your 10 in the pen. Don't complain. Don't argue. Just do it. Just do it. Overcome, adapt, learn this business, and show this uncut and raw version of this presentation to anybody and everybody, so that they can see the vision of what we are doing and where we are going. If they can't see it, move on to the next person and just show it. Learn this thing inside and out. And with that, I'm going to stop the